Hello everyone. Hi, Shivam Modi, Jobin, Jason, we are nice. So, just see. Am I audible and visible to all? Is my screen is visible? It will be end by 8. Lecture is about to start. Good evening. Just tell me, am I audible and visible to all? Let me check. Nice. Yes, okay. So, SQL injections. This is some term which is majorly used in cybersecurity. So securing apps or website, both are vulnerable to this, like a cyber ninja. So that will be our course title today. Some prerequisite for the SQL injection would be little much knowledge of SQL, like knowing what is SQL, where it is used, it is data manipulation language, how it is can be worked in reality, and all that things. So better today we will start with some SQL injection MDM docs. A better resource for it, SQL injection MDM. So there are some things. So there is a payload all things. This is a GitHub repo. Okay, not a promotional part, but this is a GitHub repo where I was thinking of sharing it. So here it's a payload all things thing. You can understandable to you. It is used to get a payload. If I want a payload now, so you can get it from it here. I am pasting that payload link here. Okay. Attendance will be given at 7:30. It's 7:45, 7:30, 7:45, near about. Okay. So before starting the SQL injection, just a little bit I need OAuth. And so OAuth, if someone has some knowledge about cybersecurity, they would know what is OWASP. Top 10 web application security risk, and you will see. Uh, no, my text is melted. No. So there is first was injection, then it skipped to third, but yeah, it will never loses its glory. So this is injection slides. Like injection attacks are majorly used in today's world. Even it's at third, it's very big thing. It is at third, where you will see the first two are like consolidated positions for the OWASP, like top 10. So being at third till in 2021 list is a great thing. So injection slides down to the third position. 94% of application were tested with some form of injection with a max incidence rate of 19%. For any attack to have this much success rate is very high. So before going to the route how injections are performed, there are many types of injection attacks. The major 90% of the injection attacks are cross-site scripting and SQL injections. Okay, these are less used. Like फाइल का पाथ मिल गया वो तो आप कुछ कर ही नहीं सकते. You can't do anything if you get a path of the file. Okay, so we will read. It is a very like SQL injections are prominent in the field of the cybersecurity. Okay, so is it clear to us? Video quality is not good. Anyone else? Should I check it? I should check it myself. Yeah, yeah, it's very very good. Yeah, video quality is good. It's barely visible. Let me see it again. I don't think so because I am getting a clear audio. Okay, clear video as well as yeah, I am getting a clear video. Okay, so SQL injection may the major things you will see. So this is a SQL command. So majorly we bypass these commands. It's just an introduction. I am not going too much deep in it. Like this is a general command for SQL. We have used this. Like if anyone have done some sort of development, they have used this. Okay, these are some commands which are generally used in SQL. So today, now we will start with the SQL injection. Okay. Mm, just a second. This was on it. Okay, we will. I will do this thing with you. I am also like not completed that thing. I will do it with you. So introduction. Most modern web. मैंने नहीं किया ना इसको. I have not done it. Okay. So introduction. The most modern web application utilize a database structure on the backend. Now see, there is a whenever there is some sort of website now, it will have backend and front end. Generally, these are the basic terms. I am starting. There was a just introduction to some OWASP thing. Okay, don't worry, Parth. I am going to explain it from start. So, injection fundamental. Before doing it, there is some basic terminology you need to know. There is one backend, there is one front end. Front end is a thing we see, and the back end is a part where our data is stored, and we connect it from it, and we manipulate that data. We use that data to show to our user. Like they have uh, uh, put a tick on this thing because I have done it earlier. Okay, that thing was stored from a database backend part. They make a request to front end and shown me this. Similarly, I want to your Google Docs, your informations, your login credentials. They are stored in the backend. Okay. Is there any? Sometimes video seem to be clear, but okay. Sorry, Jesse, I can't. Hindi. Okay, okay, okay. Nice. So there is a general link. Like you can see, you are a user. You have some website you are using. That's the front end thing you will see. Like this is whole front end. There is an application server. The server in between the front end and the back end. Sorry, front end and the back end. Now this is a backend server. Application server is an interconnection between two. So this is a two-tier service via client server model. Now application server will make request from the database management system, and that request will be shown to the tier one front end. Now the command from server to the backend is made in form of SQL. So there are two prominent things which are used for the database manipulation languages. One is MySQL. There is another one is similar to MongoDB one. Okay. So more or less they are similar in terms of usage for to us. Okay. SQL injection. So many types of injection vulnerability are possible within the web application, such as HTTP injection. There are many injection vulnerabilities like HTTP, code injection, command injection. The most common, however, is SQL injection. SQL injection से main thing है ना. Just assume there is one ERP system. What I have done, like I have done it before. What I did it, I just put in my college ERP system. I put it some SQL command, like I was playing with that system. So I somehow I got an whole data set access. That whole list of ERP was shown to me. So that's the beauty of SQL injection. That's how a vulnerability plays in. Okay. मना मना करियो. So I was saying video is not clear. Let me check. There was too much rain today, so that might be a reason. Video connection. Yes, in my screen, why the video is visible to me? Like it's super duper clear to me. Just let me connect to them. Sir, please. OBS is difficult to operate at operational level. Okay. So the command between the application server and database management system is the language between these two things relate, and they send data to the front end is done from SQL commands. So there is where the SQL injection is played. SQL injection occurs when a malicious user attempt to pass the input change the final query. Okay. Now just assume there was some sort of way where the the command generally is done like it gives only the data about its first user. Like best example would be if I use an ERP system, then I can only see my own information. But if I am good in SQL injection and the site is little bit vulnerable to the SQL injection, I can easily see others' data. Okay, ERP is a general system. You can see majority of things like ERP is not a main thing here. Just assume any login page or anything. ERP was just an example. There are very way to accomplish this. To get SQL injection to work, the attacker must find first injection and then subvert the web application logic by changing the initial query. Okay. Now here is a where a cybersecurity mindset comes into the play. In general, in general, you have to. I will search about any ERP system, ERP for VAT. Yeah, might I'm not doing anything there. So this is an ERP system. Log into the student dashboard. There's some college, I don't know about it. Okay. So whatever, I put the roll number here and the password here. Now I have to play with the login, roll number, and the password. I have to try multiple times. Like I put a random thing here. Now I credential do not match to our record. These credentials do not match to our record. Okay. So what they are doing here, they are both like a key pair value. They are using that thing. The first thing you came to know from here is that now you can do in a multiple ways. There are multiple methods to do it. In general, what you can do is, okay, is it clear to everyone? Is it clear to everyone? Is it clear to any everyone? Yeah, yeah. So I will play. There are multiple ways. This is no okay. Now you need to understand these things. These are not standard things. They are just replicate of the errors. In the reality, they are getting some another errors like not string is not met. Then you throw this thing. For analyzing the real error, I can use Burp Suite. I can use the backend thing. I can see whatever they are using. What should see. I can inspect the network logs, how they are managing those things. I can inspect them. I can whatever I can do many things from here now. I can analyze these requests, get or post request, what they are doing. Generally, JavaScript is a thing where they will be matching those things. So there are many things I can do with it. So I want to collaborate those things and make it understandable to you how a real SQL injection vulnerability is exploited. Okay. Might be you got some idea how an SQL injection came into the play. Okay. So use cases and impact. Yeah. First thing now you need to know why it is important. The impact you have done in the society. SQL injection can tremendous impact, especially if the privilege on the backend servers and database are very lax. Now assume you are a small company startup. Okay, you hired some junior intern or a junior website maker. He make the website in too much hurry. Now the major problems that you will face, or like they will face, they will be poor backend management. The poor backend management. So by poor backend management is what they exactly use that input from the user and without filtering it out, they have used in the backend. So that's where the SQL injection plays in. Now instead of getting the data of that person, I am getting the data of all the persons, and which shouldn't be a case. Okay. Now, SQL injection is not limited to the one person credential or anything. It is a larger viewpoint. Another use case of SQL injection is to subvert the intended web application logic. Now, what is this? The mean, you can see the crux usage of SQL injection is to subvert, means change the how the general web application logic should work. The most common example of bypassing login without passing valid pair of username and password credential. That's the thing I was talking about. The most common example of bypassing login without a valid user key. Generally, now in JavaScript, there's a key value pair. Okay, both things should match at a same time. Now, what the SQL injection do is SQL injection bypasses that string with some tactics. We do it. That's how SQL injection plays in. Attacker may also read in files. Yeah, that's also a thing. Instead, I should be getting my own result or I should be getting my own salary report. But in that case, might be there be a chances that the attacker is accessible to someone else's database also. Okay, is it clear to everyone? Uh, okay. So, any doubts there? Sorry. Yeah. What doubt you have? Like any doubt, guys? Where is SQL injection used? From where I assume you are asking at which part of the website the SQL injection is used. Okay, Aditya. SQL injection 90% of the times plays with the sorry, my I forgot to turn on the camera. Sorry. Uh, okay. So by that thing, SQL injection is used in the input fields. 90% of the time, SQL injection is used in the input fields. Okay. Yeah. Mohit, that's one thing. There is a difference between SQL and injection. Okay. So SQL is a language which was used to get the data from the backend server. For me, like I want my data, I will use the SQL injection in the not by the user, but the developer will use the SQL injection to get that data. But SQL injection is different. SQL injection is a malicious thing you will do to get the data. Okay. Okay. We will see it. What is use of SQL injection? Nice. Okay. SQL injection is used by uh, malicious actor to get the data or the database or access to that database, which in normal case shouldn't be provided. Which website or website to open slash download? I can't understand that thing. Sorry. Can you explain it again? Yeah, that's the difference between. I have cooked and create. I have just explained it like a minute ago. Yeah, it's actually get me clear. So change the theme in Praveen. That is not possible in SQL. Oh, sorry, in Hack the Box. Okay. Uh, Others are not comfortable in Hindi. I am not the culprit here. Okay. Attendance link we shared. Just wait for some minutes. Okay. So prevention, we have get some idea that like the getting the backdoors, backend server. Now, what is the backdoor? Is the access to somehow unauthorized access backend server and gaining direct control over it, eventually taking to the control over the entire website. Okay. SQL injection is like a worm. You get something, you try to put something in it, slowly, in minutes, might be in some hours or some days. Like US Army have done it on Iran for like a such small incidents. They have done this thing. Lateral movement. They have got the access, but they maintained it for years so that they get to the dead point which don't alarm their system. Okay. So that's the same thing. Prevention. SQL injection usually goes by poorly coded web applications or poorly secured backend servers and database privileges. Later on, we will discuss way to reduce the chances of like main thing. Now, अगर आपकी you are good. Okay, guys, I am trying to make the internet stable. It might be some issues with my internet. Just for a second, might be there with some blur or anything. I am trying to shifting my internet. Okay. Is the SQL injection slash W or a technique? But I don't know. Okay, I am connected to my phone. Might let's see if it works or not. Okay, just now to check, is my internet connection is now better, poor, or is it similar to? Just let me know. Okay. Yeah, it's better. Okay. Now my it should be better. I don't know. Okay. Yes. I just ran a speed test. Thing is also taking time. So it's better. Today's get only for second. Some your voice is working. Everything is fine. Some are saying it's fine. Some are saying it's not. Should be better, right? Okay. That's the problem. Not getting the proper speed. Sir, it's a part of the closed could be done. Sir, even the part of SQL is closed. I can't understand Sindhu. Video quality is poor. Use OBS. I know there is some issue today. Sorry for it. I am not speaking now. Okay. Uh, it is tougher compared to SQL. Playing with the SQL injection is might be tougher, but not that much. Okay. Attendance will be shared just for a minute. Uh, Now clear. Okay. Here, Raja, it's not disturb everyone. I am okay. I will be closing section for today. Sorry for that. I will try to. I am sharing the attendance. Just a minute. I will be sharing attendance. Okay. I will be sharing attendance. Just a minute. Okay. Uh, okay. Okay. Just click the attendance link. I'm not speaking. That's why the voice is not coming. Not a. Attendance link is pinned. Not pinned, but shared. I don't know. Speed is coming. Still, you guys are facing that issue. Even my screen is also clear. 176 Mbps is might be a good speed. I don't know today what happened. That speed is much more than enough to run a session. Okay. So generally at the end of the 5 days there is a lecture. There is a project will be given to at the fifth day. Whatever I taught you in the first 5 days, that will be covered in that project, and you have to submit that thing. Okay. Nice, Atul. That's a good thing. Google Docking, you have used the Google Docking to find the page. Nice. And one thing, uh, there is a common saying in this part. Prevention is done by SQL injection filtering. Attendance link is pinned on your screen. Okay. Yeah. Just wait for a second. I am still uh, taking the lecture. I am trying to complete it because tomorrow it will be difficult for me to start from this again. So, introduction to databases. Okay. So, we will get some introduction. What is database? Have you ever used a file system? Yeah, I'm continuing. I'm not stopping here. Have you ever seen a file system? Like I'm here is a file system like this. Academic, cyber, and so there is a file system whole. Okay, yeah. So for a website, you need just assume you need type some enter password or password and what do you say? Admin pair, admin and password. Sorry, username and password. Now these things, two things, will be for the millions of users, and that's where you came into the database comes into the play. Database stores all that key values pairs in some common storage point, and that common storage point have many more information like your might be your image, your cookies, your store some another type of storages things like your age or anything, any data set. Okay. Now those data sets are important in storing, like these data sets are important for the organization. So what they do, they have rented some servers as a database servers. So that is what the database is. Okay. So now we will read the proper documentation. Before we learn about SQL injection, we need to learn about databases, structured query languages. So these things we need to know about in advance. We are knowing it now. Which database will perform the necessary queries? Web application utilize backend databases to store various content and information into web applications. Now web applications, like this is a web application. Okay. Utilize backend databases to store content information related to the web application. This can be core web application assets like images, files. I'm saying that they can be many multiple things. Content like post, like Insta ka aap le lo. Just take the example of Instagram. It stores millions of information. They have some data centers running around it. Okay, okay. Is it clear to everyone? What is data? What is meaning of database? Is it clear to everyone what is the meaning of database? Uh, Apart from string, like in what sense you are saying? I can't understand. In what sense you are saying? Attendance सब तो हो गया ना. इस बार मैं hide कर रहा हूँ. Yes, sir. Any doubt? Guys, any doubt in database? If anyone had, they can type that out. Okay. Now back to the database things. Now the lead adoption of the database management system. Traditionally, what they do now, we store the send some computers, some PCs, some anything else. But with the usage of time, the last data sets, they were especially need of database servers to do it. So we rented some servers with a trillions of trillions you can say thousands of GBs of storage according to the user requirement. And now we one by one need in some information from there. Just assume it is like a old library. There are too many books are there. You need a proper structure methodology to get some a particular book. So the methodology and structures and the things you need to do to get that book is what the SQL do. Like structured query language. That's what the language do. So database management system helps to create, define, host, and manage databases. So that's the main thing. Just consider like a large book library. So it helps to create, define, host, and manage databases. Various kind of DBMS were designed over the time, such as file-based relational database management system, NoSQL, GraphQL-based, key value stores. So key value stores are for the passwords. Graph based are user behaviors, NoSQL, like a tree based structure, relational database is a tabular structure. Like we will play with it, we will deal with it. RDMS. Mostly we will deal with the RDMS. Okay. So there are multiple ways to interact with the database management system, such as command line tools, graphical. Okay, I will show. Uh, like this is a command line tool. Oh, sorry, it's a wrong command. Now this is a command I need to new double from because I not made a something. And then there is a graphical method also like this pg admin 4. uh, pg admin 4. This is a graphical user interface for the SQL Postgres SQL. It's an open source project. It will take some time to open. Okay, so that's the pg admin 4 interface. Like if I ever I am not connected to any database, so not doing anything else. But this is a graphical user interface for the SQL commands. I need access. No? I need some access to the servers. Okay. What type of SQL is PostgreSQL? It's a RDBMS. It's also relational database management system. It is a tabular form of database management system. Just a fancy name. You can assume it. Like everything comes in flavor, PostgreSQL is also in flavor. Some of essential features of DBMS include concurrency, consistency, security, reliability, and structured query language. Now, concurrency. Concurrency क्या होता है? What is the main thing of concurrency? Like without corrupting or losing any data. Consistency. With the so many concurrent locations, like concurrent को ना हम generally we assume it as a what you can say the dual data, duplicate data also. So with so many dual interactions, the DBMS need to ensure that data remains consistent and valid throughout the database. So these are the some database terms. Like if two users are interacting on same data, there should be some sort of concurrency so that we can handle that thing also. So DBMS provide fine grained security controls through users authentication and permission. Like the when I log into the PG admin phone app, they ask me for the password and email ID for it. Okay. I will share the attendance. If anyone have any doubt, they can ask me. Any doubt, guys? Any doubt, guys? Okay, I will do it. Clear. Nice. Okay. So, security is a main thing which we are aiming for. Reliability, it's reliable. There was a recent study that 99 point till 11 decimals of 9, like 99.99999 till 11 digits of 9, the data is secured in the database management system. Like, sorry, consistent in the database management system. Security is not, consistency is that there. So that's the general user, front end, application server, database management system, user and database administrator. That's a general terminology. Tier one is a consist of application. Now API. What is API? Application calls or other request. The second tier is a middleware. The second tier is the middleware. Middleware like this tier two application server, which interrupt with these events puts them in the form of required by the DBMS. Finally, the application layer uses a specific library driver based. Okay, the DBMS requires queries from the second tier and the third tier. I have explained that thing. Like before, I have before it. I generally explained to you like there is some request. They will use the API. API is application program interface. Then they will interact with the database management system from the SQL query, and then the SQL query will be finding their data and sending to it. And these things, the whole the tier process is done in seconds. That's the beauty of SQL is it is fast, reliable, and consistent. Okay. Can I use MySQL? Yes, everyone can use MySQL. It's better if you play with MySQL. Okay. Sorry. So. Now, sir, can you show any SQL injection example in order to have more clearness? Okay. Uh, I just shared a ring like play payload all things, but that thing was advancing. I was trying to do that in fourth lecture, but I can show you how the SQL injection look like. That's a GitHub repo made by some open source god. So these are some injection attacks, and there was a SQL injection also. I think they have. So there are some like admin at 1211 in the username, logic testing. So they have many attacks. You can see like Oracle MySQL use करता है and that's their commands. These are the general SQL injection commands. So sometimes these command like there is a whole terminology. Even I use it till now. I use it because it's an awesome resource. I never reached the end of this resource. It's too much huge for normal person to reach it. Okay. Okay. Is it clear to everyone? Yeah. Gilit, sorry, I can't pronounce it. That name. The SQL injection is prevented by uh, SQL injection is prevented by clearing out the sanitizing out the user input. Like instead of using that whole thing as it is in the code, we should sanitize it first. We should remove the commas. We should remove any void key. So share, we can access for free. Yeah, this is free. I will share in the group. Okay. Real life. Yeah, day force पे करते हैं. I need to explain other guys too. Okay. I need others to explain it. Real life example. MITRE. MITRE. Yeah. SQL injection. SQL injection. So there are too many real incidences you can say. MITRE. So that's a technique, procedures, and mitigation detections and references. So these are the whole, like they have 114 resources where that thing happened. You can check it out. Okay. These two resources I will give you. Sir, any recent breach happened? Yeah, Vignesh, SQL injection is not a single thing. It's a part of process. You can't name anything that properly done by SQL injection. It's not possible today, but you can name many things which are done with the help of SQL injection. Sir, which ID we use for SQL? In ID, if I think you are environment. So for SQL, you can use for SQL. You can use MySQL to learn the SQL. Then you can learn the injections. Okay. So type of databases. There are two types of databases: relational database and non-relational database. Only relational database utilize SQL, while non-relational utilize variety of method for communication. जो मेजर है ना वो यही पार्ट है. Only relational databases utilize SQL. So relational database, what is the difference? Relational database are stored in a tabular form, and non-relational database like MongoDB just stored in the tree or any another form. A relational database is the most common type of database. It is used for schema, template, dedicate data structure stored in a database. For example, we can imagine a company that sells product to its customer having some sort of knowledge. So that's a thing. For example, the first table can I can you relational RD database management system example. That's how. That's the figure. They store everything like this. मुझे लगा everyone have some knowledge. Uh, they just sorry. So sure. So you can see there is a table like employee ID. This is a unique key, primary key. Then there are some secondary keys, and then you can identify everyone from the E1. Like E1, if you type the E1, you will get that details. Similarly, E2, E3. So these are row column pair relational database management system. Whereas non-RDBMS, non-RDBMS, non-RD, non-relational databases management system. So they are can be tabular, can be in can be some tree pairs, they can be in any forms like graph, document, some any database format, any data structure format. Okay, like tree, graph. I don't know you guys know about these database management, these data structure terms, but you can see it from here. Like there is a relational databases like this one. I should save images, documents, desktop. It's super duper blurry. Okay, so that's right. Graph, document, they have any anything. Okay, So will you provide us notes, sir? Will you provide us note? Yes, I will provide you note. In like 1 hour, your notes will be ready. Okay. Okay. Is it nice and clear to all? Seminar is about 24 minutes. Only 4 minutes are left. Okay. So श्रेया सक्सेना श्रेया बैच स्क्रिप्टिंग है ना जो मेन क्रक्स ऑफ बैच स्क्रिप्टिंग इज like you need a little much knowledge but for SQL injection you say there is a no knowledge. Okay, needed for it. Okay, any doubt guys? For those guys who were not able to see initial screen, there will be recorded lecture for this, you can see that also. Okay, a job in there was a project. So, but we need a basic, yeah, that would be a necessity. Yes, you will need some basic knowledge of it. DBMS. I'm trying to explain it everything. Sir, share resources link. Is it free? Yeah. These are free. I will provide you. I need to form a document. I will provide you. Okay. Just say the DevTown. I will provide it. Please share that GitHub. I will provide it in a document format. Just after the lecture, I will provide that. Okay. SQL injection is security not. Sir, how can you hack my website for? Sorry. Okay. So, goodbye, everyone. I will provide the notes. Don't worry, I will provide the notes. And it, you can reach out to any admin of DevTown. Like there is a list of admins in the. Okay, so you can ask the any DevTown admin. Okay, goodbye, guys. SQL. Sarthak, SQL. Goodbye.